Okay, Linda, here's my Wee Peggy. I thought I would show you first. Whenever I grab it to carry it, I put my thumb underneath there. When I lift it up, I hold the flyer tight because it's way too easy to bump it out of that, and then it can go flying, literally. So I hook my thumb underneath in one arm of the flyer and grab it like so to carry it in and out of the house. So that's one thing. The other thing is, to increase or decrease your tension, you rotate this wooden finial, and that makes it go up or down, which increases or decreases the tension on the drive belt. Pretty cool, huh? I have mine set up for double drive because that's what I'm comfortable with, but you can also make it Scotch tension with this knob and this fish line piece and the spring, which is on this side. So you can make it Scotch tension if that's what you like. I just like double drive. Okay, one of the other things is sometimes the whorl unscrews from the shaft that's holding on the bobbin. So I added just a little extra piece of clear plastic aquarium tubing, gas line tubing, whatever, just to keep it from unscrewing too much. Because it can unscrew, let's say here. I think I have to set, I'll have to set this down a minute. Okay, see this here unscrews, and this prevents it from riding too far over there by putting that in there. Okay, now it's tightened back up. Okay, the spinning part, of course, goes, let me put the belt back on. There we go. Okay, the spinning part, of course, goes like so. Very easy. And now I'm going to pop this one off and do some plying. I'll put it down here on the Lazy Kate. Here I have a singles, and here I have one that's already plied, just kind of stored on there. And I tie little strings on nice and tight, gripped for leaders to get started. And the Nastapinde, however you say that, keeps these from ever falling out. See, it kind of blocks them in there. So it's important to have that in there. On the other side, mine came with a little orifice hook that goes in the table here. Let's see. But I like my pretty one I made with a bead. And I also keep an oiler pen handy. And so I just hook them over that. Okay, now I'm going to take off the bobbin and put it down on the Lazy Kate so I can get ready to do some plying. Okay, I incorporated Steve to help me with this. Okay, first of all, I take off the belt. Just kind of shove it up there out of the way. Woo! And there went that little piece of plastic. See, that just unscrews and the bobbin slides off. So I'm going to put on the empty bobbin. Screw the whorl back on. There's two different ratios on the whorl, and then this still spins. Now I have to go back and grab that little plastic piece. And like I said, it just prevents it from unwinding and going up too far. Okay, I put the belt back on. Okay, and here's my string, my leader string, or whatever you want to call it. Pop it through the orifice. I'm going to put the other single down here. Usually my single bobbins, show really close down here. If you push this too hard, this little leather insert can pop off these bobbins. And I had one pop off one time and lost it down the crack in the porch here. And Steve, my wonderful Steve, crawled underneath there and found it again. Now I glued them all in tight because sometimes when you pop them on here, when you're pushing, that shaft of the Lazy Kate can pop them off of there. Get out of here, Bee. Okay, so now we're going to take 2 singles. See how they unroll nicely? Just make sure they don't get caught with the one underneath. You know, sometimes I even take that out if it's a little too full. See how full I can fill them bobbins? And I'll look at my notes and tell you how many yards I get on the average on there at that thickness. Okay, so I just stick these in my little leader, loop them over like so. And here's the part that I wanted to show you. Okay, so I'm going to start drawing in. Oh, I got to tighten that up a little bit. Let me get that drawn in. And here I separate it with, oops, my pinky finger. Well, I guess I loosened that up a little too far. I know when I was, wait for that ATV to go by. When I was messing with that, I needed to tighten it up. Okay, so here's how I ply. Now I start watching my twists per inch by guiding it through my fingers like this. Oop, let me do it like this. I can kind of see how it's going. I can see what's coming, so I don't have any tangles coming. I just kind of gently pull it back and forth. I try to keep my twist per inch as even as I can. And then if you get the set just a little tighter, here's what I do. Right now, it is pulling it perfectly through my hands where I don't even have to move much. So, Steve, are you filming from here up and in? Mm-hmm. So I can sit back like this and ply without even moving. Now, are you getting the whole thing, Steve? Mm-hmm. And that's what I meant about it's just like magic. It slides through my fingers. The only thing I have to pay attention to now is, of course, my twist, but also how full I'm getting on the bobbin. And I try to move it over every so often. And I just keep moving it back and forth till I fill the bobbin up nicely. I do it in smaller increments instead of a big lump. If you shine down here or aim down here, Steve, you could see where I had gone over this way, and then as I came back, I just keep filling it section by section. Same with this big one. And that way it kind of fills up easier. I don't know if you do that on your other wheels. That's just something how I kind of do it. So that's how I ply with the Lazy Kate right on the wheel. And it's just so dang easy and handy. Anytime I want to stop, I wrap it around that peg. I hook my thumb, like I said, and I pick it up and carry it. And Steve will follow me, and I'll show you right where it goes. Grab that door, please. And I bring it in the house. And this is why it's so handy and nice. I snug it right in the corner by the fireplace next to my basket. Same thing as with the motorhome, I stick it in the closet between the clothes. So that's my Wee Peggy.